Hello and welcome to the Machona podcast. I hope you've had a great week. This week we are stepping aside from the series that we've had, which is Boy Meets Girl, and today we are talking about something that has been on my mind for quite some time, and this is help, receiving and giving help to someone. And our topic today, or our title today, is A Helping Hand. So what we are going to do is we are going to define what help is, and we are then going to contrast it with another word and see if there's any correlation between the two. And once we do that, we are then going to look at the receiver of the help and also the giver of the help. What we'll be looking at is what should the person receiving help expect from the helper, or what should be the motive behind the helper rendering that help to the person in need. So to start with, we will look at what help means. And according to the research that I've done, so help is defined as doing something that makes it easier for someone to do a job or to deal with a problem. Or it could be a service given to someone to make something less severe or to make it more pleasant to deal with. And it is also mentioned as giving yourself to another person. So this could be physical assistance as well. Now, the other word that we are going to compare it to is transaction. Now, a transaction is defined as an instance of buying or selling something, an exchange or interaction between people. That is a transaction. Now, the reason why I decided to contrast the two is because we expect help from someone as if they are obligated to assist us. And in that same light, when we give help to someone, we sort of expect something in return, be it praise, be it maybe someone helping you in the long run as well. There's always an expectation behind any deed that is termed as help. So, based on the definitions that have been given, the service that you render to someone will be determined by your motive behind it. So that is what is going to determine whether it is help or a transaction that you're making. And if you expect someone to do something specific for you in return, then what you are after is a transaction. However, if you do not attach any conditions to your service to that particular person, then it would be classified as help. So now to the receiver, this is where we now start to differentiate the two. To the receiver, please note that you are not entitled to receiving help from anyone. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be just nature in general. You are not entitled to receiving any help. And this is solely because every person is an individual. Every person has their own life to live. And so if you are going through hard times, or if I'm going through hard times, I shouldn't expect it to be an obligation for someone just because they know me to assist me. No. If I do seek for assistance and they do come through to help me in some way, then to me that should be a thing that I would look at with gratitude, because they do not have to help me, but they have decided to sacrifice something from their life to help me with, or to assist me with in dealing with whatever I'm going through at that particular time. So the other thing is nobody owes you anything. It's really in the same light. Nobody owes you anything. Just because they know you or because you were born together doesn't mean they owe you something. No. They can assist you from the goodness of their heart, but they do not owe you anything, because if somebody owes you something, then you have the right to demand for it. That's the implication that it makes. If somebody owes you something, then you have the right to demand for it. But if you're asking for help and you start to demand, then that means it's a transaction that you're expecting to come out of that particular situation, because you feel you have done something good somewhere, or you have done something for someone in the past, and now you expect them to return the favor. So it's actually a payment that you are after if you have to demand, because the only thing that you can demand for, I believe, in life is something that you have worked for, or something that you feel you have put an effort into and you are expecting something in return. But if you are giving a service to someone based on, like you just feel sorry for them, or you want to help them or to assist them to change their situation, then you should not be expecting anything in return, because that is done from the goodness of your heart. At least that's what's expected when you say, I'm helping someone. But if you are the giver, then what should be your expectation when you are giving someone assistance? Because in most cases, you would see someone saying, I'll only be able to help you if you do this, or if I help you, I'll expect you to do this or to do that. That now is conditional, because what you are saying is me being nice to you is dependent on you giving me something or you showing me something in return. So now that becomes a transaction. That is no longer help, that is a transaction now, because whenever you give something to someone and you expect them to give you something back in return, then it is sort of like a business that you're doing. And business is not always about money. No. Business is even just words exchange. That is a form of a business, because you are making a deal, so to speak. It's a deal that you're making between the two of you. But I see, like nowadays, especially on social media, where you see a lot of people, taking videos of them maybe giving some money to someone on the street or giving some food to someone on the street. Now, that rubs me the wrong way. I don't really go ahead and click like on such videos, simply because I'm thinking, okay, so this particular person planned this whole thing that they were going to help someone, quote unquote. So they went into the street, probably wore their best clothes, fixed their hair or fixed their clothes before actually and switching on the camera first, whilst standing next to the person that they are supposedly helping, and then now with their face to the camera, so that we see who they are. That's when now they get whatever, maybe it's the money that they've brought. That's when now they give it to someone. Now, to me, I feel that is a bit degrading to the person that they are actually supposedly helping, because that's sort of like bringing that person's shame or situation to the public, or because you want to be praised that you are a good person, or because you want to, as most people would say, to inspire the world. I don't believe that is out to inspire the world. I believe when you feel the need to document the help that you're giving to someone, that is for personal gratification. That is solely to make yourself look good to the world, and that to me does not really get my respect, to be honest. So this is what I had, the bit that I had. But in conclusion, let us be kind to one another, and let us also have the heart of gratitude. When someone goes out of their way to give us any form of assistance, let us be grateful. Let us remember we are not owed anything. If someone comes out and helps us in any way, whether big or small, let us be grateful. Let us show the person that we are grateful for the help rendered. And when we are back on our feet as well from that situation, let us also remember to help others as well. We should make it a chain where if somebody helps me, then I should also be looking forward to helping someone, because my situation is better now, so I should be able to help someone whom I feel is in a lesser situation, or in a more poorer situation. Let us have that heart to try and see others prosper as much as we ourselves are, or as much as we are close to being. So this has been the Machona podcast. My name is Machona, and I will see you next week. But in the meantime, please do follow me on the social media links down here. That's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Comment on the recordings, share your thoughts, share your ideas on what we should talk about next, and let's just be interactive. I'll be happy to attend to any comment that comes along. And in the meantime, you have a great week, and we shall see you next week.